Thank you all so much for inviting me. I'm from the States. I'm from New York City, visiting out here. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity to post something to Facebook. It's amazing. This is great. Facebook, man, I am telling you, I tried quitting Facebook recently. It's hard. It is really, really hard quitting Facebook. And I quit smoking, and quitting Facebook is way, way harder. Because when you quit smoking, that's just you getting used to not having a chemical in your body. When you quit Facebook, it's kind of lonely. And I don't even post that much. I'm not addicted to it like some people are. Here's the thing, I'm from New York City. We had a big hurricane. It knocked out half the power in half the city. And I still had friends posting from their phone saying, OMG, totally only 60% battery life left. Seriously, that's how you choose to spend it? That's food, supplies, Facebook. Got it. No, I just hope one day that Facebook just crushes, it just collapses, and all of us are just forced to face ourselves one day. But I know that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is Facebook will go down, and you'll just have people shouting out the windows, "Hey! I just took a picture of my food! Anybody like? Anybody like? Please validate me! Retweet, please!" What am I saying? I'm saying we're too dependent on technology. That's where we're at right now. In the States, we're phasing cursive handwriting out of the public schools. We're just not teaching that anymore. Which I say, fine, computers are around, you don't need to learn how to write well. I think next thing to go, long division, can we say? Calculator's been around long enough, I think we can safely say that's not going anywhere. You always have that one friend that always oh yeah, but what about after the apocalypse and all the calculators are gone? And I want to be I'm pretty sure after the apocalypse, first thing to go, long division. I don't think that's sticking around. I know after the apocalypse it's going to be, oh my god, only 87 people left, 246 apples, how are we going to, fuck it, every man for himself. I'm so glad the kids are not paying attention. This is great. Shoot me one, Billy. What do I got up there? Oh, okay, did long division. Roommates. I live in the city, I go through roommates about once every 6 months, it's just the way it goes. I lived with a couple for a little while, that was fine. People would ask me if I would ever masturbate while listening to them have sex. I tell them, not really the way it works. More often I listen to them fight and then I masturbate to the fact that I'm still single. I'm a little jaded when it comes to relationships, I'm not gonna lie. I got a female friend, she's moving to Finland to be with a guy who she's been dating for 3 months.
Facebook?
Yeah, exactly. They met, no, OkCupid, more like at least it's not Craigslist. That's an American joke, never mind. But you can't make decisions on a relationship based on dating someone for 3 months, can we agree? Because the first 3 months, that's the honeymoon stage. That's everything is awesome. That's sex and going to movies and laughing together. The second 3 months, that's the test. The second 3 months, you're no longer in a relationship. What you're in is a negotiation where each person is trying to see how much of what makes them terrible they can retain and still make it work, right? And once you make it through that, that is love. I got another female friend. I have a lot of female friends, by the way. That's just what happens when you're a good listener and 5'6". That's just... Yeah, see, she gets it. She knows where I'm at. Okay. No, I got another female friend. She was dating this guy, loved him, was always oh, he's so great, he's got such a great attitude. After 4 months, I had checked in with her. She goes, this motherfucker farts in the bed every night. And just how quickly it turns. Also, I think guys get a bit of a bad rap for cheating in relationships. I don't think that's fair. Women, you all cheat just as much as we do. You're just better at justifying it. That's the only difference. When a woman cheats, it's always oh yeah, Luke, he wasn't there for me. He didn't appreciate me. And then I met Jeremy. And he just saw right through me. We connected. And next thing I knew, it was happening. See, guys, we don't think that way. With us, it's just as simple as, what was I going to do, not fuck her? That is as far as we've ever thought anything in our entire miserable lives. All right. What else I got? Billy, shoot me another. Oh, here's one. Okay. Never mind, you're too late. I was walking down the street in the city not that long ago. I saw on the sidewalk a little baggie of weed. That was cool. I don't care what your opinion is for when it comes to drugs. For me, just one other thing that I can't afford. That's cool. And so I pick up the baggie, right? I'm all excited and we're all prepared to do my I got some weed dance. But then I looked on the corner and there I saw a homeless guy. And that's when it put in perspective for me, because my life isn't great, but I'm not starving. I have a roof over my head. Meanwhile, you have this guy who's clearly had to struggle his whole life. So I went up to the homeless guy and I sold him the weed, just the goodness of my heart. I live in Queens. Anybody here ever hear of Queens? No? I can say as much shit as I want about it. Those fuckers aren't here? Excellent. I live in a nice low-income neighborhood. I like it a lot. And when I say low-income, I don't mean unsafe. Like, I've never had any problems. There's shit ton of crime, but I've never felt unsafe. And so somehow they just managed to keep the two separate. Like, I was walking down the street and this guy just comes barreling towards me. He goes, "Are you Steve? Are you fucking Steve?" I said, "No." And the guy said, "Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake." And he just walked on. That was it. I also live directly above drug dealers. That's a true story. And I know this for a fact because the police came and knocked on my door one day and they showed me a picture of my downstairs neighbor and they said, "You should look out for this guy, he's a drug dealer." I was like, okay, excellent. First thing that popped into my head after that, I'm dead. I'm dead. I've just been seen talking to the police. I watched The Wire, I know how this story ends. A couple hours later, I run into my neighbor and he looks and he comes up to me and goes, "Was that just the police?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "They just show you my picture?" I said, "Yeah." And I swear to God, the man looked me dead in the eyes and he said, "Please don't think any less of me." Oh, how cute is that? What a shocking blow to my white adulthood to find out that the drug game in New York is not homicide life on the street. It's fucking West Side Story. That's beautiful. That's all I've wanted. Okay. I realize I come off as kind of a sad man. I actually am pretty happy in life. Joy in my life right now is my nephew. I love him to death. He's 16 months old. And just being around him, you learn a lot about yourself by being around an infant. Because babies don't care about anything except eating, shitting, and sleeping. But you're just constantly projecting your own stuff onto them. Like, you think that, like, they're dealing with your same shit. Like, he'll just be like, and I'm like, "Yes, Sydney, that's right. There isn't enough good in this world to employ everybody. That's very... yes, that's right. There is too much evil in this world to not profit of it. That's... okay. Yes, that's right. 5'6" isn't that short. That's very nice of you to say that." Alright. I'll end with this. I remember the day holding my nephew in my arms. It was the day he was born, and that was such a game changer. I remember just... I know it's corny for a guy to be on stage talking about babies, but I just remember holding him in my arms and thinking to myself, like, oh my God. Oh my goodness, like, this is exactly how wide a vagina can spread. Oh my God. Alright, you guys have been great. Thanks so much. Cheers today.